drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold him.
Mahomes firing complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And the first down, Chiefs.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
22-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Mahomes, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
It's a gain of 6.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep going. We're doing pretty well.
This will be caught at about the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
4 yards. Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on third. Steps away to his, and this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And now look at him go. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
On first down, Justin Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
14-yard line.
Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys, you got to win those matchups, because if you do, you'll get the football and probably for a nice game.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. No score after one on EA Sports. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on fourth. It's complete. Henry. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 20 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Great call to hand that one off. And his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play. And guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And at the 25-yard line, the Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Kansas City.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The ball carrier.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Well, movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. So that'll back them up 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw here, Herbert. Bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here for Reed. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
No cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go around and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And right side, Henry's got it. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say he'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On the ground, it's Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 7-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So he nearly took it. The distance gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
And goal.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. We got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they do.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't, who's going to score the most points in this game? Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On the return, it's King. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Chiefs.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that.
At the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Herbert. Inside the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
8-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
The score, Chargers 28, Chiefs.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Mahomes on target here to Hardman. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. They will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Herbert. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
It's Eckler again. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 42. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll try the air now with Herbert.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. On 1st and 10, Herbert. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
10 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
At the 39-yard
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be covered by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. They did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
Ball carrier.
Chris Jones on the stop. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
13-yard line.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Now a throw here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Complete.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Nearly picked. They may be lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
He's going to let it fly. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2. Tonight's final.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game,